What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana back at you with another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be showing you where you can find all of the yellow stakes that you need to unlock Chien-Pao, which is one of the 4 post-game legendary Pokemon. I'm starting off with Chien-Pao because that's the one that I specifically want, but of course if you guys want the locations for the other stakes, let me know in the comments down below and I'll definitely make little roadmaps for those too. But if you're interested in seeing where all the stakes to unlock Chien-Pao are located, then just keep on watching, and if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe because it helps you girl out, and give this video a thumbs up because it lets me know that you guys actually like these videos and that I should keep making more of them. And of course, if you would like another way to support the channel, please feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials, so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. I've also linked copies of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on my Amazon storefront if you are still looking for your own copy. But let's go ahead and hop into the location of all the yellow stakes. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do to make your life easier is talk to this queen over here, Professor Rayfor, your history teacher. Take all her classes and then go ahead and interact with her 3 times outside of class so you can gain her trust, and she's gonna give you the tea on where each of the shrines for each of the legendaries is located. She doesn't tell you where the stakes are, but that way you can literally just go right to the shrine after you collect all of the stakes. So she's literally gonna ask you a question, you're gonna answer, and then she's gonna say, I will mark all the locations of these shrines on your map. And there you have it, you now have all of the locations of these shrines so that you can just easily spot them on your map. They're gonna be marked by these little icons right here that look like caves. Keep in mind, however, you will not be able to interact with the shrines until after you've completed the game. But you do not need to complete the game in order to find all the stakes, and I'm sure you've already seen a bunch of them just randomly. But the location of the first stake is going to be over here in the West Province area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fast travel over to the Pokemon Center here just to save us some time. So now that we've made it to the Pokemon Center here in the middle of West Province, we're gonna go ahead and hop on our legendary just to make our lives easier and go a little bit faster. And you're going to walk down this trail, avoiding all of the tiny wild Pokemon. You're gonna come up here to this trail, and when you see the guy with the cowboy hat, you're gonna wanna go ahead and hook a left. And you're gonna keep walking down the trail just for a little bit longer. And once you get to about this rock right here, peer over the ledge, and you're gonna see that ledge right there. You can't see anything yet, but if I walk down a little bit further, you will see that there is indeed a gold stake over there. You will have to glide over there, but you're just gonna wanna go ahead and hop on your legendary, and we're gonna go ahead and glide on over there and collect our stake. Go ahead and lower ourselves down. I'm gonna hop off this guy so I don't literally fling myself off of the ledge, and you literally just interact with the stake. And you have found your first stake for Chien-Pao. The next closest stake to the one that we just found is literally just in the West Province area, but we're in the North area this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and fly over to the Watchtower, since this is gonna be the quickest way to get to this stake. For this stake, unfortunately, it does look like you will need climb. I tried to look around to see if there was another way to get to the stake, but you will have to climb. But the fastest way to get there is to literally climb up the Watchtower. This is the fastest way I found. I'm sure you could get here another way, but this way is like the cheaty cheat way that I found because I like to get things done quickly. So you're gonna wanna climb all the way up the Watchtower, and after waiting 10,000 years to climb up the ladder, we're still climbing. All right. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll find a Gimmighoul up here. They usually spawn in Watchtowers. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop on Karud here, and you see the stake way over there? That's where we're going. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to jump and glide to this little ledge. Like I said, there's probably a back way that you could use to get to this area in particular, but I am lazy, so why not just jump? It's quicker. But then you're gonna go ahead and climb up here. Like I said, as you can see, there's not really another way to get up here besides climbing. So unfortunately, to get this stake, you will need to climb, but you have now found the next closest stake, which is literally just up on a little cliff overlooking the Watchtower. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this guy up, and boom, 2 stakes down. Okay, so for this stake location, it's gonna be a lot easier. You're not gonna have to climb or anything, so we're gonna pop open our map, and we are actually going to go ahead and fly to Casacarafa. I hope that's how that's pronounced, but we're gonna fly there, and I'm gonna fly to the Pokemon Center that's closer to the trail that you just saw, the lower of the Pokemon Centers. Okay, so now that you have made it to Casacarafa, you're going to want to go ahead and just walk into the town, and we're gonna go up the little elevator, basically where the gym building is. This scene is so slow, I hate it, especially getting off of this thing. Like, why? Why do I have to walk at like half a frame an hour. But you're gonna wanna hop on Koraidon, and you can just go ahead and hop into the water here because we're actually gonna go behind the gym building and the stake is gonna be behind the tree here. So hop back up here and boom, we have made it to our third stake. So it's literally right behind the big fancy white gym building where you talk to the Pokemon League representative before you actually go into the actual gym. But there's your third stake. And just so you can see that I'm literally directly behind it, there is the big gym building. Okay, so this next one doesn't really have a convenient way of getting there if you don't have climb. So I'm just gonna show you the general vicinity of where you can start. So that right there is Contrado. So I'm across the river from it. So regardless, if you do start from there, you are gonna have to cross this river. The fastest way that I found, however, because I'm impatient, is I went ahead and I flew over to this watchtower because you see where my flag is right here? This little ledge? That's where our next stake is. So kind of in the middle of nowhere. So what I did is I went ahead and I flew over to the watchtower. And once you're at the watchtower, we're gonna have to go over this big little mountain thing. So I just went ahead and hopped on Koraidon, and the fastest way to get there that I found is literally just climbing up this little rock face. Okay, so we're over the little hill. We're on the other side, and then we're gonna go ahead and go up this little trail here so that we can get on top of the mountain. So off we go. It is kind of a long trail, so just keep running around the mountain. You could also just climb if you're like me. You just want to go ahead and get it over with, but as you can see, the stake is right there. And you can either get there one of two ways. You can climb up there to the top of the ledge and jump down and hope that you don't miss, or you can literally just hop in the water and you can just climb up the side. Just like that. And here we are at our next stake. And as you can see, it kind of overlooks the ocean, I guess? So, kind of in the middle of nowhere. But here is our next stake, so let's go ahead and collect it. So for our next stake location, I went ahead and started off here in Alfornada, and we're gonna go over here to this random little cliff. Another one that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. However, there is a watchtower right here. That's what this little dot here in the middle is. That is going to come in handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on Koraidon, and we're gonna go ahead and run over to the watchtower. I'm sad that I'm running away from Umbreon spawns right now, but these are the things that I do for you to show you where all these stakes are. But let's go ahead and just run over to the watchtower that's kind of just in the middle of a waterfall. And you don't even really need to go to the watchtower. All you need to do is climb up this little ledge here. And this is literally gonna be right on top of where the stake is. And you just go to the very tip of the ledge, you will see that the stake is right down there on this tiny little ledge. So you can literally just fall down. And we are at our next stake location, which actually overlooks the town of Cortando, or Cortando, however you want to say it. Let's go ahead and collect our next stake. Hey, it's future editing Diana, and I realized that I forgot a whole stake because apparently I don't know how to count. But I'm here back in West Province Area 1 at the Pokemon Center, and we're gonna go to this little hole over here. It's literally a hole or a crater that you can just drop into. So same area, same path, you're going to go ahead and go up the path, but instead of going left like we did for the first stake, we're gonna go to the right past the cowboy hat guy. We're gonna sprint all the way past all of the windmills, past all of the wild Pokemon that want to attack me all the time. Oh my god. Okay, here. So now that we can see the little eye-shaped thing on our map, you're gonna go to the left and you're gonna see that there's a hole that you can drop down. And I'm gonna go like a little bit to the right just so you can see it a little bit better. But there's a ledge down there, and down there on that ledge is where our next stake is. Let me see if I can angle this a little better so you can see it. There it is. So literally on that ledge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump, and if worse comes to worse, I can always glide, but if you just jump right down, you should be able to get to the center of the crater and collect the stake. And there we are. We now have the forgotten stake. Okay, this next one is closest to the Pokemon League, but I'm gonna give you two options if you don't want to take the shortcut way that I used to actually find it. So I am here at the Watchtower over by this Pokemon Center here in West Province Area 1. Kind of where we found the first couple of stakes. But as you can see, the next stake is over here. in the middle of nowhere, once again, on a cliff. And the Pokemon League is right here. So you could, realistically, travel from this tower all the way over here, and then jump down to the ledge. Or you could travel to the Pokemon League. Just go ahead and fly here. And so realistically, once you're here at the Pokemon League, all you have to do is hop on Miraidon or Koraidon, whatever legendary you have, and run over here kind of to the back where this ledge starts to get a little lower. You're just gonna climb up the ledge. And this is gonna really just cut your travel time in half, honestly. But you're gonna climb up the ledge as I struggle to climb. You see that little grass patch over there? That's where we're going. So we're gonna go this way, try not to fall off. I definitely clearly fell off a couple of times. And here we are. We've made it to the grassy patch that we need to be at. And so after you get to this little grassy patch, our little stake is actually hiding in this little crevice over here. Literally just chilling in a corner. Kind of weird, right? So you could realistically go from that watchtower right there that you see and come all the way over here. Or you could go to the Pokemon League and climb over the crater thing and just run along over here and pick it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And for our final stake, we're gonna start off here in the city of Cortondo, and we're gonna run across the river to this little random spot over here. So let me go ahead and hop on Koraidon and let's head on over. So you're literally just going to run through the little olive fields here, past all the adorable little small lives until you get to the river. And then once you get to the river, we are of course going to cross the river. So after you cross the river, you're going to run past the little lake right here. And once you get to the ledge, you should see the entrance to a cave. That cave is the one that we're gonna go into because that is where our final stake is. So we're gonna go ahead, hop down the ledge and run right into the cave. And it should kind of be on the other side. There it is right there, kind of in the middle, but closer to the exit of the cave. This cave actually leads you to the beach. So if you ever are trying to get to the beach, there you go. But this is where our final stake is. So you've now collected all 8 stakes. And if you took my advice from the beginning of the video and you made friends with your history teacher, you should know where the entrance to the shrine where Chien-Pao is located, which let me just show you on my map. Once again, just so you can get a peek of it, it is right over here. In West Province, Area 1, you can literally just fly right over here to the actual Pokemon Center and just run right up the trail. But that is going to be the location of all 8 stakes that you need to unlock Chien-Pao. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a video on the locations of all the other stakes for the other 3 legendaries. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up because this one definitely took a hot minute to film. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.